Put in your apple pie. Walking the bang like medicine shorty. Look at the shorty. Man, walking the moon. Yo! Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Yo. What's good, boys? Alright. We're taking all... Should we just do all 84s and under in our club? Just chuck them in. Start fresh. We'll see. We shall see, boys. Got my head on my hammer. Alright, we got so many gold commons to clear out. Lenovo. Hey Cindy, what's up, buddy? One question, did footies already happen? No, footies hasn't even started yet. Think we have another week of FOF, maybe? Maybe two? Bump, 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 bump. Mumbo! What's up, buddy? The Argentina game was pure cinema? Nah, man. US game was better. What a US performance. My goodness. Game of the tournament. We so badly needed Balogun. A shame he couldn't play. Trump cursed them? You know what my favorite part about the whole, like, situation is? Everyone is pissed for different reasons. And no matter what route you take, basically every single person is valid. The whole situation, just in general, from start to finish, was a shit show. Went to NYC for the game, and man, it was just so bad. Yeah. All I know is, if there's one thing the US gets out of that, is that, MLS cannot cut it anymore. And, Captain America is not Christian Pulisic. It is Malik Tillman. Yeah, no, dude, that Argentina game was crazy, bro. Dude, you want to know what's funny, though? I was watching it, and when it was 1-0 and became 2-0, and then the VAR intervened, at that moment, I'm like, okay, we know what's happening next. We know where this goes. Even though I would love to see Messi win another World Cup. We know how this is going to happen. And then they scored again. And I thought after Egypt scored their second goal for the second time, I thought for sure, okay, surely that's enough. Surely they'll get at least one more opportunity. Surely the script's not in. Boy, was I wrong. You don't do the 84 plus anymore. Is it better to just put all golds into this one? It is infinitely better in my opinion. You get, I would argue, infinitely more fodder from this than you do the 84 double. That might seem counterintuitive because you're talking about a thing that gives you 2 84 pluses guaranteed versus a thing that gives you 5 80 pluses guaranteed. You might say, well, how often are you going to get, let's say, 84 pluses, 2 84 pluses in this versus that one? You got to think about the recyclability too. You got to think about how often you're making these, how often the cards will go back into these, how often these will go back into League SBCs, how many liquid coins that's going to make you, how many additional packs that's going to make you, how many additional runs that's going to make you, tradable packs, untradable packs. Gets you infinitely further than the 84 double. Doesn't mean you can't make the 84 double, but if you're trying to find the most efficient way to grind, I would argue this is the most efficient way to grind by far. Alright, if you guys are just getting here, welcome. I'm going to turn on the second half of the Switzerland-Colombia game here in a second. We're essentially starting from scratch. I'm getting all the 84s and under out of my club. I have, I think, 10 plus runs of League SBCs that I've saved. We have hundreds and hundreds of crafting upgrades I haven't updated yet. Or opened yet. We're going to continue making these. And we're going to continue doing League SBCs. But I have like, I think 600 or 700 tradable packs I still have to rip through. So we're going to restock tradables into our club. And go from there. And then I'll start opening the untradeable ones. And mix those together. Alright, did it start yet? Breaking. FIFA suspend 2 U.S. staff members for Belgium game. 2 staff members of the U.S. men's national team were suspended by FIFA for Monday round of 16 game against Belgium. FIFA did not explain why it imposed the discipline on the team manager and the U.S. Soccer Federation Vice President of Security. Interesting. Alright, YouTube TV time. Oh, look at that. Perfect timing. We get them right as they come back out. Alright. Who's coming on? Saul. Alright, realistically, how many coins do you guys think I could get to with just jumbo gold packs opening them right now until I have a full transfer list? I feel like we could get quite a bit just from the quick sell value. One of my friends I watched the USA game with, also is a Colombian fan. Right after the game, he flew out to Vancouver for the game right now. He's there. Sick. One of the guys I play football with, he's from Colombia. And he went to the first game. Dude, okay. Critique of the World Cup. Might sound like a weird critique to have, but it means so much. I feel like Mexico and Canada, no, I'm just going to give Mexico credit. US and Canada both sucked. US was the worst at it. The camera people would just pan to celebrities instead of panning to diehard fans and beautiful women. I don't think people realize how important that is to the World Cup, to pan to beautiful women in the audience. That's like a necessity. I don't want to see Bill Gates. I don't care about Taylor Swift. Let's see some Colombian woman. Alright, that should be good. Ooh! So, what are you doing, brother? What you doing, brother? Are we genuinely one gold short? Nah, that's funny. When they do pan to the fans, they show the same ones over and over. Alright, we need the jumbo gold in front. Can we get rid of... a jumbo gold pack right now? Perfect. Perfecto. Oh, it actually might be the perfect amount. Could be the perfect number. Alright, once we make this one, boys, we're spamming jumbo gold packs for the next, like, half an hour. Uh-oh. Do we have roofs in? Roofs, that... He pulled them. What are we talking about? Okay. I get easily going down, but if they commit a foul's a foul. Is it not? Unbelievable. Alright, let's see how long it takes to fill my transfer list. I have no idea how much things are right now. Are 84s up to 1500? Really? Mexico badge has to be super expensive. No! How? Alright, so how many coins are we on? Let's pay attention to this. Can I get back to 25 million before my transfer list fills up? That's the real question. How's there not been a goal in this game yet? Koval had a nice save in the first half. Belgian controversy shifted the USA's momentum and piled extra pressure on the team. Yes and no. I'm all for hearing arguments about that. I think there's an easier truth. And it's the United States got exposed for not being as good as they think they are. And that's as a U.S. men's national team diehard supporter. I think there's this constant high stakes when it comes to football in the country, or I guess technically soccer, and that's part of the problem too, where the expectations get put so high, you want them to live up to it, but you look at the team, and like, correct me if I'm wrong, Mexico's the prime example of this. If you look at the U.S. men's national team, you'll see a few players in the MLS. The instant clapback, and I even say it a ton too, is there shouldn't be any MLS players, right? Theoretically, it should be basically a full European team, people playing in Europe, in terms of the quality and the moves people are making, the level of football they're playing week in, week out, and then the cohesiveness that they're able to have as a team should matter, but the individual skill should be high enough where if there's no team cohesion to the level you need it to be, some of that can take over. The issue with that, though, is if you look at Mexico, over half of Mexico's team plays in Liga MX, which isn't a quality league by world standards. It's a good league, it's a fair league, it's a competitive league, but it's not good by world standards. But they collectively as a country die for the badge. And thus you can see the results they get versus the US. So dumb. In no world should Belgium be pooping on the US like that. They did it in the friendly as well. Another BS result again? Hey. Can't wait till Captain America tries to play a full 90 in 4 years when he's in a wheelchair. Can't wait to have a Tim Ream in his 40s because there's no other center back. But no, I think ultimately it's going to come down to if US wants to breach the top 10. Right now they're ranked 17th, but realistically they're top 25, I would argue. If they want to breach the top 10, there has to be a cultural change in the country. And I just do not see that happening. As cool as it was to have so many more people from the US watching the World Cup, seeing other games outside of just the United States playing, but also cheering on the United States, it was great. But like, the way they were talking about the games, the way they were going about it, you could tell a lot of them are not going to stick around. Which sucks. It has to be to Belgium's high press to start. And also, too, the looking at the lineup and being like, oh, Belgium's not playing their best players. Best players. We have this easily. The confidence that the U.S. did not earn was crazy. Like, you have players that have won Champions Leagues who were afraid to dribble in the final third. You have players who have over 100 games in the Premier League that are afraid to make a single pass. Trump gonna start training to play in the next World Cup? True, that's what we were missing. So true. But yeah. Sucks it's over, but I'm kind of glad it's over as well. Because we would have gotten shafted by Spain if it wasn't by Belgium. Shabner Uribe on the U.S. team so you can start celebrating against the other team and get in their heads. I saw it was like an NFL meme page and an NBA meme page. And they were like, all right, Holland, Norway, we're willing to do anything it takes to get Holland. What do you need? First of all, it doesn't even work that way. Second of all, you understand how much we love Holland. It would take Paul George. Where do I sign? The Egypt manager making the racist abuse sign and getting booked instead. Funny how it works. Wait, what was the racist abuse he did? Was it the X he made? What does that even mean? Bro, speaking of racism, did you see the Paraguayan member of Congress? Or is it senator? I can't remember what position she had. But bro, what she was saying about Mbappe was crazy. But not only that, her apology to it was even crazier than the initial thing she said. See, people think the US is racist. South America does competitive racism. You will not match them, alright? The United States wishes they were that racist. First stop the match, then suspended. Then suspend it if the abuse continues, and the ultimate abandon the match if it doesn't stop. No, the X is the initiate. First stop the match, then suspend it if it continues, and the ultimate abandon the match. Oh, but instead he got a yellow card given to him. Oh, so what? Someone made a comment. I'm assuming an Argentina player made a comment to an Egyptian player, and they went to the manager to have it reviewed or something, and they didn't go through those steps. Dang. I just love how long after the Egypt goal they waited to try to review literally anything, and then after Argentina scored, how quickly they moved on. Weren't able to look at anything. That was crazy. And that's from someone who loves Messi and would love to see him win another World Cup. It's just crazy what Argentina gets away with. Not even like saying it was the wrong call. I'm not saying... I mean, you could make a case for a pen. Egypt potentially getting a pen there. But I don't think there's enough in it to really be a penalty. But literally, it felt like they were looking for literally anything to disallow the goal. Dude, Lukumi's so good, man. I wish Sunderland would have gotten him last summer. I hope we go back in for him. But I think he's going to be playing Champions League football. You know what, maybe you heard there's a glitch with the men's 1 of 3, 83 plus player picks? No. What's the glitch? I didn't know there was a men's 1 of 3. Did that release today? What's a men's 1 of 3 player pick? Virginia fans were holding Israel flags up and calling speed a monkey and making racist gestures on them. What does that have to do with... Was that what the manager was talking about? Or is that a completely different thing? You're confusing me like crazy now. Was it something on the field from a player? Or was it someone in the audience directing it at the players? If it's an audience to audience, I don't get why that has any effect on the game. It's horrible. But why would they stop the game for that? Unless that's a rule for audience member to audience member, fan to fan. Only 8 minutes long, he explains it. You can get Mbappe and Kane from it. Who's in the latest pro and EO will compensate you for it? No, I'm confused though. What is this men's only player pick you're talking about? We have a World Cup nations. Is that what you're referring to? I guess technically that's men's only. This summer, okay, gotcha. It was a rule that caused hard years ago with the racist slurs being yelled at people and walking off the pitch. They're now investigating the comments made towards speed. But I feel like you're talking about two completely different things. Can you explain to me what you're trying to say? It sounds like you're talking about two completely different things, brother. What does that have to do towards the Egyptian manager or Egyptian players that would stop the game? Yeah, comments made towards speed would not cause the manager to hold the sign. Yeah, I'm genuinely so confused on what you're construing up right now. It was to everyone. So, holding up Israeli flags and calling speed a monkey. Again, how does that get shifted to the players? You're saying it's two separate things? The other racist stuff was being yelled to them? Okay. That makes more sense. But now they're reviewing it? Sounds like they're reviewing it, so I don't get what you're complaining about. You're saying it should have been stopped the second he made the X? And they should abandon the game in the, what, 92nd minute? Or whatever it was? No, they're reviewing the speed comments, nothing to do with players. It's a rule put in place where the game has to be paused. I know for club football, there's rules in place for that. Are you 100% sure it applies to the World Cup? That ref was awful, so I could see it realistically not have been applied, even if it was supposed to. But it seems like they weren't having to do anything with it. Because that, if you're saying the ref then knew once he was holding the X, it would clearly have to be reviewed and they'd have to pause the game. The commentators surely would have made a comment about it then, right? Alright, Quintero, ball out, brother. Ultimate Team legend, Quintero. It's a rule for the World Cup too. So realistically then, they should be able to file a complaint to the referee. In the France game, every official is from Argentina. There's not hiding it. Okay, but you're... I get what you're trying to do. I'm not stupid. Can you help me out, brother? Can you help me out for 2 seconds? For your train of thought. So it's a rule that should have been applied. So the second the coach made the complaint, it should have been listened to. What was supposed to happen the second a coach made an X? What's the next step? Stop the game in the 92nd minute and investigate it? It's video circulating an X of the Egyptian coach spitting in the direction of the fan holding the Israeli flag. Yes, the game gets paused. Okay, so then realistically, in the press conferences after the game, that should have been the leading headline then, right? And every complaint should be filed at the ref for not stopping the game. Why have I seen zero of that? Why is every complaint completely directed towards the officials when it comes to the disallowed goal? And I see no one making the complaint. This is the only thing I'm seeing right now. Look it up. FIFA created a rule where making an X sign with the arms activates an anti-racism protocol. Today, the Egyptian coach made the sign to report a case of racism committed by Argentina, but the referee ignored it and continued the game. I'm looking at the time on this right now. 90th minute, 7 added. It's the 8th minute, so it's the end of the game. Surely they're going to play the game out at that point. Okay. So if it is a rule, it should be stopped. I agree. Realistically, it should be stopped. But would it also make sense if there's seconds left in the game that the game's not being stopped? Boom, 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 boom. Sending the tweet on Discord here. It's too long to post. Yeah, please. Thank you. I need a lot of context. Alright. Is the game gonna go to extra time, you reckon? That's the comment he made after the match. I see 0 messages. There we go. You're showing up as spam for some reason. Easy manager. Wait. Did you just send me the tweet of the exact thing I just read? You said the exact thing we just read word for word out loud. Did you not? This is what I just read out loud. FIFA created a rule where making an X sign with the arms activates an anti-racism protocol. Today, the Egyptian manager made the sign to report a case of racism committed by Argentina, but the referee ignored it and continued the game. Or is that a developing past that? My bad, yeah, that's past that. Apologies. Okay, now I'm seeing it. Egypt's manager has been at the center of a controversy after Egypt's 3-2 loss to Argentina. During the game, he made an X with his arms to report a case of racism. However, it was ignored by the ref. After the match, he was upset with the ref and said, "It's all about money. They want Messi to stay in the tournament. In football, many things happen off the pitch because of interest. What happened was unfair. Egypt deserves to qualify. We are a better team against Argentina. I'll say what's on my mind regardless of the consequence. This was clearly a rigged match and the whole world saw it. And I want to say one more thing. If they want Argentina to win so bad, why call everyone to come?" Again, I understand what's trying to be said, but 99% of what I just read was based on Argentina, tournament being rigged, referees in favor of them, yada, 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 yada. Only one minor part is about the report a case of racism. And he said nothing else about it. What was the racism? What's being reported? Why would they stop the game? Does the game need to be stopped? What happened before that? What happened after that? Is it being investigated now? Well, after the game, did none of the players' coaches say anything about the rate? That exactly. It's literally a freebie clickbait headline. I'm seeing literally nothing about it. Explain to me how Messi is better at free kicks from 30 yards than penalties. Well, if they did or didn't happen, it's still protocol. They didn't follow it at all. Why they're not speaking on it? I agree. If it's protocol, it should be followed. Jay, can you understand what we're trying to say, brother? Why isn't the Egyptian team talking about that? Why aren't they now making a case against the referee for that? Why aren't they challenging that? Why aren't they doing any of that? The fact that it's briefly mentioned with zero context to any of what happened doesn't make good sense. Glitch people are talking about is the 93 plus men's pick. You can get Gold, Kane, Mbappe, and Tielemans. Got Tielemans from it. Apparently, we may get compensation for it. I hear what you guys are saying. Are there any good repeatable icon SBCs now? Want to do a lot for your stream? I don't know if I'd consider it good, but there's the whatchamacallit that's out. I can show you in a second. Yeah, I could understand Kane or Tielemans potentially, but acting like you're gonna pack Mbappe by doing a few player picks ain't gonna happen, Chief. I get going for it to try to get the other ones, or in general, but I would much rather continue what I'm doing. The 89 plus summer tournaments are decent place to put fodder. I won't buy these out or waste coins on them. Saw Twitter and dude holding a sign, but he did not say anything after the game. Yeah. I mean, if that's true, hopefully they look into it, but again, it sounds like the Egyptian manager cares more about the fact that they lost the game and the manner they lost the game. I agree, I feel like they got screwed over. But also, too, let's not act like Egypt didn't shit the bed for the last 20 minutes. They played phenomenal up to that point. But they played horrific. Two things can be true. Refs can go against you. They can give bad calls. They can be in favor of Argentina. But you can still throw a game that you were winning. Argentina's toughest opponent is their own PR. See, I disagree, though. Like, this is the crazy thing, too. I feel like this would have been the same thing with the U.S. thing. I think people read too much into negative, quote-unquote, controversy. We saw that happen last World Cup with Messi against Netherlands, with Argentina versus Netherlands. We saw all the potential infractions. We saw this World Cup, Messi should have realistically got a red card if they're going off that standard. All those things. But none of that holds up to how much people love Messi and are happy that he's doing well. I feel like that's the talking point at the end of the day. Like, even that game, right? Just what I just said. We can all see it feels like they're actively trying to favor Argentina. And we feel like that got screwed. They feel like Egypt got screwed. Feel like it was scripted. But still, Egypt threw the game. I feel like that's going to be the takeaway more than anything else. You could say the same thing about, like, the U.S. Balogun situation. If U.S. would have beat Belgium handily, sure, maybe people would have mentioned it again. But no one would have cared to the extent they did, because we'd lose to Spain. We'd get absolutely hammered by Spain. And the talking point would no longer be a talking point, because it's a talking point for 2 seconds. And then people move on to the next talking point. People don't actually care about the thing. They care about talking. Like, think about any sort of footballing related thing in the past few years. Whether it's like a scandal here or there, a bad call here or there. Like, there's things that become memes, there's things that become jokes. But genuinely, I feel like most people don't really care. Like, you'll have the Greenwood situation where he abused his girlfriend slash wife slash partner. I don't know what she is doing anymore. That's stuck forever. You have Thomas Partey. That's sticking. Arsenal being bottle jobs. That sticks. Very few things I feel like actually have that sticking power, though. It's just odd how they'd be losing to Cape Verde and Egypt for 3/4 of the match to win in the end. How's that odd? USA are lucky they lost to avoid the legal ramifications. What legal ramifications, brother? What are we talking about? Like, the whole... Again, I'm going to explain what I said before for people wondering my take on the whole U.S. Balogun situation. My take is everyone will find a way to be pissed off about it, and almost everyone in their own sense has a reason to be right about being pissed off. But everyone gets screwed over in the situation, right? Start from the very beginning. You cannot use VAR in the way they gave Balogun to red. Wasn't even a card to begin with. They go review it for a potential red. The way the rules work is you can't do the slow-mo and still frames. You have to play it at game speed. And they did not do that. They broke their own protocol. And since they broke their own protocol, whatever decision was made shouldn't have counted. So the red card was wrong. U.S. gets wronged in that. Balogun gets wronged in that. U.S. is wronged by having to play down a man for 25 minutes. Then the U.S. is wronged after that by having to train, expecting to not play with Balogun, only to have it changed 24 hours before. Belgium's wronged because they're training the whole week, knowing that Balogun's not going to play. Then they're wronged. Then Belgium's wronged because they're challenging it, and they don't really get enough time to truly challenge it. That's all wrong. Then you go past that. You have the whole Trump situation. People are trying to make it sound like Trump just called the FIFA president. And just like that, boom, things happened. Trump came along when it was at 99.99% because he wanted his name on it. Trump had nothing to do with it. Lawyers and everyone involved in U.S. soccer were initially challenging that call almost instantly. They were looking at all the legal avenues, looking at the ruling, see how it was justified, see how they could fight it, like every single team should. And then literally at the end, what Trump saw was, hey, I can get a headline out of this. And guess what? The people who hate Trump, the people who hate the United States, take that and say, oh, we already think FIFA's corrupt. We think the United States is corrupt. We think Trump is corrupt. What a perfect hit tweet. What a perfect social media post I can make by tying all this together. And you want to know what the beautiful thing is? None of the people who post about that or tweet about it actually care about it. They don't. They don't care in the slightest. It gets them attention. They don't care to read into it. They don't care if they're wrong about it, because being wrong about it is not what they care about. Being right about it is not what they care about. They want the attention. They want the narrative they've shaped in their head to be true, and then they'll hate watch Balogun. They'll hate watch the United States and say it was justified. But those same exact people were all for Balogun the second it happened. They were saying it wasn't a red. They said it shouldn't be this. They said it shouldn't be that. And I get those are two different things. They're not one-to-one. You can be upset and think Balogun shouldn't have gone to red, but after the decision's made, you can still have the argument. Even though I think it was harsh and shouldn't have been given, after it's given, you shouldn't be able to fight it. Okay. I would argue, though, if we're looking at FIFA, if we're looking at officials, not only should we be allowed to challenge things, we should challenge things more often. Why are we now holding refs to a lower standard where they should be able to get away with this? Why are we holding FIFA to a lower standard where they're able to get away with this? Why can't we challenge more of this stuff? Genuinely, why not? Shouldn't we want the correct decision to be made? And if an incorrect decision's being made, you figure out how to overturn it? Maybe that's an American thing to think about. Taking things to court if you feel like you've been wronged, but I feel like it's kind of common sense, is it not? FIFA should take the most blame. In my opinion, FIFA should be majority of the blame in this. Because if any other country went through the same thing, they should be able to do so. England wants to challenge the red card they just had. They should be able to do so. Whether or not it stands is a different thing. They should be able to challenge it. And that's what I say. That's why I said what I said before with everyone has their own opinions on it. But no matter which way you look at it, everyone's going to feel like they're screwed and everyone can feel like their way of thinking is correct. Because it's true. If you already have narratives to a certain extent and you look at it through those lenses, you are correct. If you love the US, you are correct. If you hate the US, you're correct. You notice how everybody's correct about the situation and yet none of it actually matters? Alright. I'm done yapping. That's just a bad narrative. It does not make sense. And if you talk it all the way through, you see how quickly majority of the arguments lose their validity. But again, no one genuinely cares. It's just a talking point, so there's no reason to fight people on it. Everyone knows there's shit refereeing, though. It's besides the point. All this Balogun BS, and in the end, the final will be Argentina versus France, literally. The funny thing is like, leading up to that game, I'm pooping my pants. Expecting the US to struggle. Wanting them to do well, but expecting them to struggle with or without Balogun. And everyone else is like, it's unfair, this and that. Found it funny when Trump said he got a red card. I don't know what that means, but it's unfair. It's even more funny when you understand Trump actually played soccer growing up, football growing up. but he played before the red card rule was invented. Red cards weren't a thing when he played. That's how old he is. He also said if we lose that game, we'll say it's rigged, like the 2020. Yeah. You got to understand, when he does press conferences like that, I'm going to change your guys' perspective on Trump. Not in the sense of if you like him or you hate him, I'm going to change your mind. I'm going to have you view him differently. Or just U.S. politics differently in general. Think of U.S. politicians as streamers. They all just want to get clips. They don't care if the clip makes them look bad. They don't care if the clip makes them look good. They just want to be clipped in memes. Because if you're talking about them, they're winning. That's literally all it is. Point blank period, done. Explains 99% of politics at that point. Just treat them as adult content creators. You know all the crap you give young streamers who do a bunch of stupid stuff and have it on camera to try to get attention? That doesn't go away at a certain age. That follows you all aspects of your life. That childish mindset goes into professional sports as well. Do you know how many NBA players, NFL players, professional footballers will have contracts worth millions and they'll gamble on matches for like a few $1,000s just for the childish reason of gambling or trying to get one over, and screw themselves out of tens if not hundreds of millions to do so? Those are the kind of people you're dealing with. So I like Boris Johnson. Here's a walking meme. Belgium are trolling Trump by dancing. Dude, I saw it. That was hilarious. They did the dancing celebrate. Well, Lukaku pointed to Infantino, and then they did the Trump celebration, and then they did it again in the locker room, playing the what's the song called? The YMCA song. I know all about adult content creators. Oh, Jay, we know you do, brother. All publicity is good publicity, basically. Yep. And also, too, one step past that is like the way all these situations end up in a win for, regardless of who it is, all those people, is all of us fight on the most random of points. Like, I guarantee you, you'll, like, even the conversations we're having right now, we're all talking about niche talking points of the specific thing. None of that actually matters. If we genuinely cared and we're having like a heated back and forth and actually hated each other for, it's like, I can't believe you supported the US in that call or you're against that. That has zero effect on anything that's happening. There's zero reason to have it affect personal relationships. Unless you support Portugal and Cristiano Ronaldo. Gotta draw the line there. If you think CR7's the GOAT, sorry, brother. We got a problem. There's only one footballing GOAT, and his name is Thiago Silva. See, we're already to... Dude, we're going to be so clear of 25 mil. I think it's going to be impossible for us to actually lose coins. Wilfred Boney's the GOAT. No shot Inter Miami are looking into Cape Verde keeper. Jay, I hope when you say no shot, you're just like saying like, oh, I see this is happening. I hope you're not saying that from the standpoint of you can't believe they would actually sign him. It makes perfect sense that they would sign him. The amount of attention... Guys, The MLS is not a professional football league. It's a marketing agency with footballers. That's all it is. It's not a retirement home. It's not a future talent coming here. It's not making the best squad possible. It's literally a marketing agency for footballers. That's all it is. That's all it is. You get a contract. They pay you a lot of money. They give you some deals where you can get a football club at a cheaper price. That could become an MLS club one day. That's all it is. Don't treat it like a serious league, because it's not one. Don't treat the U.S. men's national team as a serious football team either. They're not one. They're a soccer team that can't handle the pressure. Exactly, there's no relegation. I really hope MLS eventually joins the USL in relegation promotion. USL should have it within the next 2 years. And Miami is like the Man United of the US, bring players for the following. But like the thing is, right? The way it's set up, you can complain about the MLS from a footballing league perspective if the goal is to make the league better. From a business standpoint, every single one of those club owners, players, they're all balling. You have a league where you can't get relegated. You only get more and more eyes on it. You get bigger and bigger stars. People really don't care how much you spend. You don't get penalized for it. Basically, your teams are guaranteed star players too. It's like, nah. I'm going to put it a different way. It's Hollywood for football. It's still a marketing agency. It's Hollywood. It's acting. They want the appearance of these good players are here, therefore it's a good league. And don't get me wrong. Plenty of ballers come out of the MLS. Plenty of young talent comes out of the MLS. If you look, there's a lot of young Argentinian talent in particular that ends up coming out of the MLS. A lot of young Americans that end up going overseas to play in Europe for a lot of your favorite teams come out of the US at the lower levels. But the league in general, a lot of the top goals you see each year, you get the name MLS bangers for a reason. Dudes you've never heard of score the craziest goals, and you're like, what? Sir, what? I love how... Wait, did Belgium actually post that? I need to look at it. That's hilarious. Overturn this. Remember someone asked Ibra about Villa in the MLS, and he said he's in his prime and he's playing in the MLS. There's no debate here. Well, yeah, but that particular thing you're talking about was in regards to Ibra versus him, which is a whole different argument than what you're trying to make. What's he doing? Wait, what? What just happened? Sky's gray. All in all, though, who do you guys think is going to win the World Cup? All jokes aside. I still think it's going to be France or Argentina. Spain? I think Spain has a good route. I think they'll do well as well. Those would be the top three. But I think France number 1, Argentina number 2, Spain number 3 in terms of the order, I think, of who has the best chance of winning. Why have I just seen a cartoon U.S. man watching Belgium win, and the caption is, yeah, but can they deep fry butter? I don't know. FIFA? I think there's a chance FIFA will win. Spain played perfect tactically yesterday. Yeah, Spain I feel like can very rarely do wrong in a majority of games the way they set up. Argentina, I feel like watching Argentina playing, let me know if you think differently. They're not as good as I feel like they used to be, but they all die for the badge and they die for Messi, and that makes play a lot more open. You'll see them struggle to get into some games, really try to bring it to the team. They'll open them up and they concede chances. Whether the chances become goals or not, different scenario. But it feels like there's a constant urgency watching them play. That can definitely win them a World Cup, but could also get them in trouble. As today. France, you watch France play. I feel like there's very few teams who can completely break down France. I think you'll have players break down France. I think if you put Holland against them, you see that. The team who impresses me the most, though, is Mexico, man. My goodness. Look at a majority of Mexico's team. You're not looking at players who play in Europe. You're not looking at Champions League level players. You're looking at a lot of Liga MX players who live and breathe the sport. It's so beautiful to see. Big up Salah, bottled it again. Salah bottled a crazy assist that should have won them the game. How so? Can you explain that one to me? Spain haven't conceded yet still. Very solid defensively. Get well forward. How he stamped on his foot. The face of a man who knows he's going to penalty in the 23rd minute. Nah, what did he see? Egypt's attack have nothing to be ashamed of. That guy who scored their second goal was so rapid and skillful. They did it well on the counter. Pulling defenders, making space, making the most of their limited chances. Messi got goal and was worst Messi I've seen in years. Well, I know what's funny about that statement. The worst Messi you've seen in years is probably a FootMob 8.0 player. And better than any Liverpool player that's ever existed. His defense left a lot of gaps. Could have been bad. Yep, they play very open football. Uh-oh, what happened? Potential pen? Ooh. Ooh, we might have a pen, boys. They're not looking at it. Lions Swiss get a pen in the 90th minute? I must have missed that one. Probably because it wasn't a pen. Just like they think that one wasn't a pen. That'd be my guess. So I'm open 40 times 11 player packs. I'm doing send to club, then dupes, go to SBC. What happens when my SBC storage fills up to 100? Will I stop opening packs like the pack similar or anything? So you got to check your settings for it. If you have it set to store, let's say non-dupes in club that are untradeable, and then if it's a dupe untradeable, put it in your dupe storage. If you set it that way, it will stop opening packs once your dupe storage is full. You just got to make sure it reads correctly. And if you watch it kind of in real time, you can see if it's actually quick selling versus if it's storing to be safe. And yeah, when you go from there, that's when I normally just spam untradeable packs until it's full and then right back into League SBCs and keep going. The really big pro tip, though, if you guys are really trying to save packs and be very efficient in other ways, is I buy way more bronze and silver Serie A, Bundesliga, League One, and Eredivisie players than I ever have before, and make that stretch really far with the untradeable packs that I open daily. And what that's allowed me to do is, you'll see here, I'm going to have more coins than when I started with, by far. Probably be up a few 100,000 more, bare minimum. I would argue we'd probably be over $1 mil up just with jumbo gold packs. Add the prime electrums, we're probably 2-3 mil up, bare minimum. And that's while still having 364 80 plus sums 5s. That's with all the 89 plus summer upgrades we haven't opened yet. That's with all the dailies I haven't done yet. All the dailies from the other days we haven't opened yet. That's with promo packs for provisions that I've bought out. It's really nice. We kind of treat these as of provisions in and of itself. which is really cool in my opinion. It was Sanchez who took him out. Winter got a higher rating than 8.0 in FootMob, so I kind of think Messi isn't true. So true. Messi is not better than the Sidemen. You're making a case, man. Hard to disagree. Zubamendi. All right. Should we do some untradeable packs, boys? What do you think? Is it time? Toby's brother does play there. Oh, that's a crazy pack. Lucchini's insane, man. Sunderland almost got him last summer. We need to get him this summer. Spend the 40 mil. We're insane. EA paid the Sidemen to play FC again. Probably. Would you be surprised? I wouldn't be. Ooh! He's so good. Send the contract right now, Sunderland. I need a piece so bad. I'm gonna piss real quick. BRB. Mom gone for a few seconds and they kick him out. True. Ooh. What a hit, son. What a save, too. No fall off. Notice he about to get 1,000 goals. Let's not pretend. Yup. What video is best for your menu grind now? Any recent video on top of League SBCs. So if you don't know how to do League SBCs, begin with League SBC video, but then any of the newest videos. Ronaldo was talking crazy after Portugal's loss. Ronaldo has an ego that will just never... How do I word it? Ronaldo has an ego of someone who is one of the best ever footballers. But he happened to play at a time with the best ever footballer. He also played well past his prime and talks like he's in his prime. I think that's the best way to put it. Like, Ronaldo talks how he always talks. When he was younger, it made sense. Now you see it and you're like, buddy. Unk. Come on. Everything? I don't quite think Messi won everything. What has Messi not won? They've won Copa, right? World Cup. Champions League. La Liga. Ballon d'Or. Player of the tournament. So sad hearing him say Saudi's better than Spain and Euros is better than World Cup. No, it's not. It makes perfect sense. All right, I guess it is. It's sad in theory, but it's him coping with that's his level. And it makes it funnier when he won the Euros when he wasn't playing. He had to get off the pitch for them to win. He got everything World Cup, UCL leagues. Doesn't he almost have more goals? Hold on, I'd have to look at the stat. I'm going to say it out loud, but I don't... Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong one. It's someone. He has more goals against Premier League teams than most Premier League players do. But isn't it a comparison against Ronaldo? Messi has almost more Premier League goals against Premier League teams than Ronaldo does. Messi broke CR7's head, made him bitter. I'd agree. But also, like, how big of a mind bend must that be? That you're genuinely one of the best footballers the world has ever seen, but you never feel like you get the credit you deserve because you're playing alongside literally the greatest footballer the world has ever seen. Messi's played 100 less games than Ronaldo? True. Come on, Lakumi. Is Xhaka marking him? Oh! Dang, man. People say he's the greatest goal scorer. What more does he want? Also, too, though, people were making comments about Neymar. Like, what is Neymar doing? Talking crap to the goalkeeper as he scored his penalty. And they were losing. That fits Neymar's personality perfectly. Like, if you had to encapsulate who Neymar was, that's Neymar. Alright, 3 more 85 plus times 10s. We haven't done the ones today yet either. What did Salah say? The less I say about it, the better. I don't want to end up with a hefty fine from FIFA, but you know what it is. True. So much slander for Neymar when most players would kill for his career. He's literally the perfection of what a individual footballer can do for their club, country, culture, a full generation of football, and still not get the recognition he deserves and miss out on almost every major trophy. Messi's my GOAT. Say it. Hey, chat, say it. Messi is you don't have to say my GOAT. The GOAT. The greatest of all time. Alright, we got 24 89 plus summer tournaments. We're going to open all these right now. They always try to say Portugal never had better than Argentina. Hey, Van Basten. Messi is the best ever. Messi's not even a walkout in FIFA. What are you talking about? He can't be good. He's what, an 85 rated? We phone watching this Colombia game. Is water blue? Is the sky blue? Is the grass green? I'm colorblind. I should be talking about color. Yeah, I am. Of course. Scouting for Sunderland. We tried to sign Lukimi last summer, but we didn't offer enough money. And now he's going to be like double the price tag. One of the best center backs in the tournament. He's 80s. Wait, is he? Wait. Is Messi actually an 86? Why do I think he's an 85? Is Ronaldo an 85? A short man will never be my GOAT. Are you a heightist? Please tell me you're not a heightist. Let's sign Barcola. Kenny, you gotta remind me, brother. When you say let's, what club are you referring to? Because I know you support like 15. Are you a Sunderland supporter now? I can't remember if you signed the dotted line or not. If you can't reach the top shelf, you'll never be a GOAT? Why do you have to physically touch the top shelf when you can put every football there with your free kicks? That would have been cold if I didn't mess that up. Can we redo that and so we can clip it? If you can't reach the top shelf, you'll never be a GOAT. I forgot how I even said it. Hold on. We're gonna make that off stream, and we're gonna have someone edit it to messy highlights of him putting it top bins. Got out, bro. Have a good one. See you, brother. Dude, these are trash, man. What are the FC27 ratings will be? Ronaldo fans will cry. Is Ronaldo still going to be in Saudi? I don't care about leagues. Messi is the best complete player ever. Yeah, Messi can't defend like a center back, brother. I'm sorry. Not complete player, brother. You're attacking by... Has Messi made goal line clearances? Saves? What's his diving ability? To save pens. We know he can't score pens. But does he have a goalkeeper trait? Nah. Not complete. You know who can goal line clearance? You know who can head balls? You know who can dribble? You know who can pass and score? Thiago Silva. I know my goat. Talking about all-around players. Dude, Quintero's so good, man. Ultimate Team legend. Is he 35? How old is he? Want to challenge you in FIFA? If you lose, you have to get an Xbox S. We're going to do this, brother. I'm going to drive to your place at some point. We're going to play on your Xbox. So I have no excuse. And you have no excuse. You have no excuse because it's an Xbox. I have no excuse because I do this as a second job. So if somehow you beat me, you can be any team. I'll be Sunderland. That's not fair. I can't be Sunderland. Too many high-rated players. Well, we'll make something that's fair. We can play one game. We can do best of 3, best of 5. We can do random team. Whatever you need. We'll make it happen. Pele played in Brazil League in 2 World Cups like Messi, who peaking at 39 still. Did we just bet Kluivert? They invented defending just to give Thiago Silva something to do. So let's pick the date and I'm there. How about you bring the Xbox to Karen's place? We do it whenever we do the, we go see Karen. And then winner plays her. I feel like Karen would be nasty with Liverpool. Craziest low block you'd ever see. Alec, I feel like if you put him on the sticks. Alec would be like Atletico Madrid. I feel like that'd fit him well. Messi, best dribbler, best passer, best free kicker. Best free kicker? Is that a thing? Free kicker? Would you say free kick specialist? Best at long shots. Okay. I hate to say it, because I can't stand Inter Milan. Shalinagu has to be the GOAT at long shots, at long free kicks. He's done it in European football. He's done it in German football. He's done it in Italian football. Baller, I'm crying. Dude, have we gotten a single good one out of these? Like, do these with your fodder, guys. Don't waste your fodder. In terms of just like quick selling it or not opening packs because you have no place to put it. Put it in these, but don't do it with high expectations. Looked up, people consider widely these are the top 4 complete players. Mateus, Di Stefano, CR7, Holland. I feel like the most complete footballers would have to be a midfielder. I guess it depends on what you mean by most complete. Most complete by position. Most complete by what's asked of them. Most complete in terms of everything. Because, like, what makes a complete winger is different than what makes a complete midfielder versus a complete defender. Like, all jokes and stuff aside. Like, I feel like when it comes to Ballon d'Or winners, there's always going to be a bias to attackers because they look at stats when it comes to goals and assists, I feel like. More than most things. Look at winning titles. And even if a defender is on the same team as a lot of the attackers that are winning titles, they're just not going to have those stats. Clean sheets don't look as good as goals and assists. Most complete is fewest weakness. Karen is Liverpool versus Alcas Atletico is a better match than Switzerland versus Colombia. Whoa! This is a fantastic match. You got Sunderland's captain keeping a clean sheet for Switzerland. You got Kobel in goal, who's made like 15 amazing saves. You got Colombia, who is desperate to score, pushing people forward, showing how much depth they got. They just can't find the back of the net. See, this is the... Nah, a perfect example. Kenneth is looking at this game, and he made that comment because he doesn't think this is a good game because there haven't been goals scored. I would argue the opposite. The defending is so quality. The goalkeeping is so quality. That's why it's clean sheets. But I'm watching the game from a defensive perspective, so I appreciate that. He's watching it from an attacking perspective. Xhaka made a mistake? Nah. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Nope. What'd he do? Didn't see it. Nope. Looks like Xhaka got fouled on that play, if I'm being honest. Definitely didn't turn the ball over. Doing that little flick he does. But I don't think this is a good game because Colombia is taking terrible shots. They should have scored like 3 goals in extra time. I agree they're not finishing well. They should have scored there as well. Should have been a pen potentially too. There, you get a good free kick. Nah, this is the CONCACAF referee. Nah, I've seen this guy before. Nah. This is the American fraud. That's hilarious. The amount of games this guy will referee, like US versus Paraguay. USA versus Peru. He's gonna go to pens, isn't it? In boxing, the best games are often between two bad teams. No, Lakumi, get up! Get up! No, 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 no! Unless this puts people off buying him. And so, no, he wants a sub. No. No. So only need 10. Easy. Be done by this year. So you're saying he's in a league of farmers. Your GOAT has to score against part-time fast food workers. Also, outside the World Cup, we can easily argue about Ibra. He's won more league titles than both Messi and Ronaldo. I think there's also a dynamic to a footballer when it comes to their ego and what national team they play for. I would argue someone like Zlatan, any sort of achievement, any sort of wins with Sweden, with the team they had, looks differently than any sort of amount of wins Portugal or Argentina have gone for Messi and Ronaldo. Like, the context is very important. Now, how he's done at World Cups, you can make a different statement and stuff too. He's sending my soccer mixtape so you can give me a player comp. Do it, dude. What position did you play, bro? You just know Mina's going to score the game-winning pen. The script said. Wait, hold on. Can we, I don't think you've seen the clip. Kenneth, brother, I got to put you on. Kenneth, do you know who Roberto Carlos is? Mid, then striker? Well, I knew you were mid. I was asking what position you play mid. He's brave, ain't he? Alright, I'm going to wait till it goes to pens. Then I'll pull it up. Gotta... That didn't hit? No, it did hit, though. Yeah, I heard of him. Love how you say nothing. Best free kicker did it in France. Take away CR7 goals from Saudi then? No, I'm making fun of you saying free kicker. That just sounds incorrect. Not like he isn't the best at free kicks. Free kicker I don't think is a thing. Oh, Jay. His ego is perfect. He knew his quality. He turned down Arsenal because of them wanting to trial him. He knew he was good. All right, penalties. All right. This is your quarterly MumboElite free kick. This is right next to the halfway mark. Look at that form. Look at that run up. Roberto Carlos-like run up, but instead of hitting as hard as you can. Look at this outside of the foot. Travella, that thing. Look at that leap. Both feet in the air. Curving the toe. Following through. Look at the ball. Wide to curve into the wind. That thing is going towards the scoreboard. Goalkeeper sees it's going towards the scoreboard. Sees it's coming back. He's right next to the goal, but ain't no way that's going in. Over his head. Top bins, baby. Cold. We gotta recreate that clip. I need to up my free kicks. Remember we showed this free kick a few years ago? Two finals, Messi cooked United. All right, who's winning on penalties, boys? What are we saying? Colombia has a better keeper. Doesn't matter how good your keeper is. Doesn't matter how good your penalty kick takers are. It matters how many bottle jobs you have. Who are the serial bottlers? Is there any Arsenal players in the lineup? So we have a former Arsenal player, but Granit Xhaka would never miss a pen. Who's the Gabriel equivalent? Who's the Jonathan Tye equivalent? Sorry, Jonathan Tye. You shouldn't have had to take a pen. Goretzka is a little baby. Not the good rapper. He's a little child. Afraid of responsibility. Alright. You guys can put stuff in chat if you want. The second pens start for me, I'm gonna not look at chat for like 2 minutes though. Because you guys are like 45 seconds ahead of me for some reason. See, I don't understand how it's a thing. Granit has it in front of their fans. All right, here we go. All right, I'm turning off chat for the next few minutes. Feel free to type in chat when you see stuff. I won't be able to see it. All right, Quintero first. Come on. Huge run up. You know what that means. Pounded that in. Beautiful. Alright, we'll start doing the prime golds. Uh-oh. Granite is going first. Come on, Granite. Put that away. Come on. Easy! He wanted him to put a hand on it. He knew he wasn't going to stop it. Easy pen. By the way, I'm torn. I want Granite Xhaka to move on, but I want Colombia to make a run. So I'm technically happy with either outcome. And sad, either way. All right, Sanchez, what you got, brother? Oh, he kissed the ball. It's going to the sky. That it's going to hit the World Cup logo. Why are we stutter stepping? Why are we defender? We're defender. Why are we stutter stepping? Stop with these woke penalties. What is going on? Brother. Crazy, man. All right, who's next? No run up, basically. Bro, stop stutter stepping. It's a good pen, but we got to stop this, man. Just hit it. All right, next pen. Colombia to make it 3-1. Yo, why does he kind of look like Endrick a little bit? How did that still go in? All right, Kanji, let's see it. He put it on the logo! Nah! Boys, why do defenders feel the need to lean back? You're giving all of us a bad rep. Another stutter step, man. Ooh, good save. This is a great penalty kick shootout. At Leeds kit's sick. Does it go for anything? Ah, it's like 500. Alright, what's he got? 2-2. Don't lean back. Horrible body language already on him. There we go. Colombia need to score. Let's see it. Diaz. Good pen. Stutter step nonsense, but good pen. Great pen. Great placement. Vargas? Why do I got the feeling he's going to miss this? I could just see him sitting there. Blank stare, spitting at the ground after he misses. Hands on the hip. Come on. Good hit, son. Ah. GG, Colombia. Granit Xhaka moves on. All right, we back. That's a shame, man. Colombia had such a good World Cup. That was sad. That was a tough watch. So good watching you score 10 goals every match. True! So true. A Nike Control NWSL. That's a sick looking ball. Am I going to list it? A 90 rated tradable. A 90 actually goes through something? The young goat. Belly goal! Beautiful. All right. Boys, do I do something out of the ordinary right now? Do I take a piss, which is not out of the ordinary? But do I actually play a match of Ultimate Team? Do I touch the sticks and prove I'm not washed? What Evos do I have to do? You get an Evo done. And try out our new players as well. Oof. So beautiful. So many Evos currently going on at the moment. Knockout King, Selhurst. Ooh. Ooh. Can I do that, Enzo? Oh, yeah. We're doing Enzo Lefebvre. Oh, my goodness. Look at that card. Ah. Yeah. That might be the greatest card of all time. Finishing touches, acceleration speed. Central. Jefferson. Ah! Look at that face. Oh my goodness. Look at that card. Oh. It's so sexy. Nah. 80 free kick accuracy still on the card too. I love that. Love that. All right. I'm going to take a piss real quick. Then we're going to absolutely annihilate someone. All right. Time to put me on the sticks, boys. All right, Alderete. Mayenda. Can you even save the Titanic? Chill there, brother. Why do I have the wrong Grand Jock in there? What am I doing? That's weird. Alright, when's give rivals rewards? A little more than a day? Bet. How many points do I need to 175 for 15 points? Oh wait. 400 points if I get to 24 points. I might have to cook. Does Messi's former Barca and now Inter Miami teammate also racist and bites people? Also yes. Huh? MLS isn't even a league. Mumbo said it. Saudi at least have a vast amount. I'm just gonna have you guys fight each other. I'm a chill. Y'all go at it. I'm Guy Mowbray, and I'm joined by Sue Smith for commentary. Ladies and gents, there's a dude I follow on social media who like benches 225 once a month to prove he still has it, and then he doesn't do a workout again for another month. This is my monthly games to get Evos done. Show I still have it. The lineup for the visitors. Yeah, it's the same setup. At least then we ain't touching the sticks. And both teams are going to be looking to make sure that the fullbacks can get forward and provide that. All right, should we give them a spark of hope, or straight up just destroy him? Kind of want to give this guy a spark of hope first. Yeah, read the game superb. Good awareness there. Ooh, okay. He's feeling it too. He's got a Pele in his team. The pass is incomplete. Nicely won. Enzo Lefebvre. Time to get creative from here. And Gula doesn't have 5-star skill moves. I keep forgetting about that. But you know what he does have? 0 strength. Watch this tackle. You ready? Woo-hoo-hoo! Let's go. Pele who? Given an early note to calm down. Yeah, I think he might have got away with that one. Where does this guy think he's going to cross the ball? We got Thiago Silva in the box. Yeah, sorry, dude. You ain't getting a shot off. It's no surprise who we've picked out to have a look at here. What should we expect today, Sue? Yeah, I thought he'd be the focus. The staff have been speaking about all the hard work he's put in on the training ground and how much he's gained. Almost got sweaty. I'm looking forward to seeing how he does today. Yeah, bait him. He thinks he's going to dribble past Thiago Silva? No, thank you. Mumbo doing gameplay? What is this? I got to prove we still have it, brother. Occasionally we got to do it. Enzo Lefebvre. Could be something happening for them now. Hands from the keeper. They ought to go short with the corner. Could be setting something now. Finesse ain't working from back there. I think we got to shoot further out. I think that's the solution. Alright, he's getting cheeky with it too. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Still all square. Can they make this pressure count?
they go. Now it needs a good ball in. Yeah, surely. And they've scored to take a lead that's more than warranted.
Look at that beautiful passing. Just walked it into the net. Dude, I got Alderete and Thiago Silva as my center backs, and this guy thinks he's going to get it past me? I'm sorry, brother.
Now with Mayenda. This could be dangerous.
Pen! Pen ref! Oh! No, we got to VAR that. VAR that, brother. Nah! What are we doing? My ending got dragged down! Nah, genuinely, guys. I'm not crazy, right? My ending got dragged down in the box. I was about to hit him with the low-driven shot. I was about to tap it into the back of the net and got shoved over. Unbelievable, man. Did he not even give me a card on that? Please tell me he didn't give me a card. Lovely.
This could level it. And there's the equaliser. The advantage was not held for long.
I didn't see it.
So it's 1-1 as the ball gets rolling again. And they might be in. This to go in front. Surely now.
Noah Sadiki. Noah Sadiki. Mbappe is overrated.
Off we go at 2-1 now.
Facts. What a pass, Alderete. What a tackle, Thiago Silva.
Play on is the verdict there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like the game to flow, but a free kick there is the right call. Reinildo. Robbie.
Ooh! That almost went in.
It didn't need to be much better.
Nah, that would have been crazy, dude. On the half turn as well.
They found a way through. Robbie. Really nicely played. What can they do with this now? Looking to put the cross in.
Oh, that would have been sick.
And the game stops with the award.
Foul on me. Me? Me? Nah, man. That's crazy. Game's gone. Woke nonsense. Yeah, play Thiago Silva. I dare you.
Perfectly anticipated. Really well won. Omar Alderete. Onto Reinildo. Well, with the lead,
What a pass, Angulo.
Keep ball. Ball given away.
What a pass, Mayenda.
Well, what a place to lose the ball just when the chance was on.
Yeah, really well organised off the ball there.
Good half. Crazy Akimi had the bad injury not long ago. He's still insane. Imagine if medicine evolves crazy in the next like 10 years and there's no such thing as like a bad injury. All right. Granit Xhaka at striker. Ahmad, right side. Actually, you know what? Angulo Cam. Lefay, left mid. I know he's playing out of position, but he's basically Neymar. All right, we're going to cook this second half, boys. Trust.
Let's see what this holds.
The Granit Xhaka striker will be the most broken thing you've ever seen.
And that's nicely
Guaranteed at
done
least
to
one goal.
seal the threat. He's in here.
Ooh!
Post. And that's a shame.
How'd they not score?
Breaks down.
Well, if that went in, the
Noah
game
Sadiki's
would
literally
have
just
a
everywhere.
different complexion. Just wondering if we're going to see a response now.
Hold on, chance here.
I should have sweated that.
Brilliant. Super shot.
All right, Nielsen, you ready?
They decide against putting it into the box.
No, that's supposed to be the Enzo Lefay.
Pressing move
Oh,
stalls. Under a fair bit of
Nice,
pressure
Pogba.
here.
had to. Had to. Had to. Had to. Tactical foul.
Card shown.
Tactical foul. Hey,
And there is the red card that was inevitable.
Yeah, poor defending really. Just got caught out.
Alderete, thank you, brother. Taking one for the team. I know we were Evoing you. Mukiel's coming in. Ahmad, you're coming off, brother. Sorry, man. Thiago Silva. Dan Ballard, Ronaldo. And Gulo Cam. Pass Maradona today in assists? Really? Alright, I want 10 men.
Now, what
I
can
play
he do
better with
here?
10 men than 11.
To square things up. And he's missed it.
That's what he gets for doing a low-driven shot, by the way.
Saw that guy. It's a
Alright,
huge
look at all this
opportunity.
space I now have on the right side.
Good pressure this
Foul.
up the pitch. Booked
Thank you.
already, and the second card must be coming.
How did he outdo me there?
Pele.
What a tackle.
And it's taken away. Terrific.
Yeah, he had to time that well, and he did.
Brian Brobby.
What a ball.
Pele. Pass was read, and the ball has changed hands.
Dude, what are these passes?
The midfield battle intensifies. Lefay.
Genuinely, how does he win that ball right there? That's me.
Deflection takes it out. Throw in.
Foul? You're taking the piss.
Wesley Sneijder. Well read to gain possession. Thiago Silva. Delivered into the box.
Oh!
Put his head to it, but
Thiago Silva assist would go crazy. He doesn't know how to stop this.
keep the effort down. Away it goes. Now here comes a change. Pele. Need to be better with the ball. That's gone out of play. Throw in to come.
I should probably stop messing around and get another goal.
Ronaldo.
All ball.
It wasn't a clean tackle. Might go in the book here.
I'll take yellow, though. ain't scoring that, buddy.
With everything he's got.
You ain't scoring that, buddy.
Thiago Silva. Nordi Mukiele.
Oh, he was in.
Back now.
Had to. Had to.
No arguments here. That's a sending off.
Had to play smart.
Was coming. Sent off.
Yeah,
Mukiel,
he thinks he's gonna get away with that.
thank you for your service, brother. Gotta say GG to you too, buddy. All right. Trey Hume. Angulo, good shift, buddy. You're off. Granite, we'll have you come back. We love you at striker, but... No, we're going to play Siddiqui out wide, too.
Taking a chance.
Out of all his shots, how does that one go in?
Square again.
Bruh. How do I not block that? I'm right there.
So off we go once more, and there's no knowing where the next drama's going to come from. No way through, possession lost.
What is that touch?
That's gone out for a goal kick. And we're inside the final 15 minutes. An attack of genuine promise now.
What is that touch?
Something happening is over. To edge ahead.
I'm selling. I'm selling so hard.
Oh, you can't stop them now. They've got another
Nah.
in double quick time.
Boys, I might have lost it.
Well, here's the
What am I doing?
Great anticipation. The initial shot is struck well, but it's all about the follow-up. He's really alert in the box and finishes it off well.
What are these passes?
Oh, that's been won really smartly.
Nothing goes where you aim it. Oh, gosh.
He's in here. And another. 2 goals in a matter of minutes. No wonder they're celebrating. Incredible.
Whoa, whoa. Guys, did my game just crash? What the heck? Weird. Huh. France played Norway and Senegal, who are alone better than all the nations Messi played against. Mbappe was shut down versus low block the other day. Needs a pen if that was Messi. OMG. Norway B team. Disconnect. Yeah, we got disconnected, boys. That's crazy. Do the red cards still stand? No, they don't. Perfect. Alright, so we lost the first one, but at least we don't have reds carrying over. Alright, let's actually play now. All jokes aside. Let's actually sweat one out. See if we still have it. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Alright, who are we playing?
On what is a perfect night for football.
We're playing USA. USA. Oh, he's got belly goat. I'm screwed.
Action from the first game of the season here in division rivals coming right up. What are your expectations for today?
It's so important you get off to a winning start, so this should be a very competitive game. I'm really looking forward to this competition.
And here's the starting lineup for City. Luke Shaw starts with Ashley Young as fullbacks. Jude Bellingham starts with Cesc Fabregas in central midfield. And the story in attack is one of a strike partnership.
Oh, I timed that, dude. He was offsides, then he came back onside.
Young. Now with Bellingham. Fabregas.
Just wait until Enzo the phase all 90s. How insane this card's gonna be.
Crossing possibilities. Can they be creative from here?
Oh, too much.
Good goalkeeping. Ezzy. Oh, nice ball over the top. Mayenda. Playing with a flow and intensity. Able to skip past.
Good hit, son. Alright. It just hit me that Mayenda left the club, and we're not going to be able to Sunderland Evo him next year. We'll still do him for Sunderland past and present. He'll still count. But that just hit me again. Dang, man. Big man is gone.
Now with Bellingham. Oh, that's splendid play. This could lead-
What a shot.
And it is the equaliser. Penalty now. And who's to say what's going to happen next? And teammates around him. But a good piece of
This
defending to
pass
bring it
is
to
so
an end.
brat. Oh! I picked this pocket, dude.
Fabregas. Now with Rashford. Nicely timed tackle. Eliezer Mayenda. That's a good looking ball.
Dude, stay on sides!
This run and the flag-
Play that faster. We're cooking.
Noni Madueke. It's with Fabregas. Superb defensive judgment to end the attack. Rashford. And denied by the
What am I
post.
doing, dude?
Well, nothing
What was that?
untoward happened.
Well, you sense the goals coming. They're getting so close now. They just need to take one of these chances.
Yes, so near.
Big man, how'd you miss?
Oh,
Oh, he got blocked.
Favouring the short one. Oh, danger here. Decent effort. Well, the keeper made the save pretty easily in the end. Jude Bellingham. Cesc Fabregas on the ball. Now a potentially dangerous position for City, but nothing comes of it. Good defending it was. And support available. And just like that,
I should just keep it with Enzo. I don't know why I keep trying to make that pass.
Well, they look very organised there.
George with it. Robbie. Fine work from City to win the ball back.
How did I know with it?
Good attempt. But the goalkeeper didn't have to work quite as hard as I thought he might initially. Eliezer Mayenda. Nice looking pass. Tremendously strong in the
Bro. Right in the passing lane.
doesn't have to do it on his own. Fabregas. Defensive Brazilians to shut them down. Now opening things up. Oh, what an
Here we go.
opportunity. And a goal!
Jeez, man.
To put them in front again. No less than they deserve. Well, 2-1 it is here. Noni Madueke. Eberechi Eze on the ball. Rashford. Oh, it might.
Dude!
Well, the bar can beat the goalkeeper.
Bro! He's just whipping finesse shots.
Well, they've got away with that one. That looked to be going in.
5 days more aura, case closed. True!
Managers will now deliver their halftime team talks.
Speaking about aura, we need more aura in this team right now. Big Man's kind of has all the aura at the moment. Him and Siddiqui. We need the third aura brother in the lineup. Let's treat this team like it's Senegal. We're going to have Habib Diarra play off the right flank, making deep runs. He's going to cook, trust. He's going to slot it back as well.
So the second half underway, and no doubt about
Oi,
it,
big
City
man,
with
what's your
work
name?
ahead of them. Cesc Fabregas. And Rashford.
Bro, if all you want to do is finesse shots, I'll give you a few more again.
But you sense a goal is
I'll give
coming.
you a ton of finesse shots. I want to play football.
Reinildo.
I would hope you'd want to as well at some point.
A really good pass. Can they chisel out another goal? Now he must favour the cross. Could be threatening. Well, the keeper doesn't have to worry too much about that one. And defensive play to be applauded. Eze. Bellingham. Here's Luke Shaw. City pushing forward with options available.
Alright, he got me there. He cooked me there.
Oh, superb chip. Spellbinding.
Well, just look at his vision here. It's such great awareness.
Thiago Silva baited that ball roll so hard.
Goal that is.
Reinildo. On the ball, Alderete. Lefay. Could be troublesome. And space to cross it. Well, it did look promising, but no threat in the end.
Yeah, they really did look solid on that occasion. Really good defending.
It's a promising City move. Shaping to shoot. Well, just narrowly wide of the post that time. Reinildo. Well, we have 30 minutes to go.
All right, let's start playing actual football again.
Fabregas. A textbook interception. Can he find the right pass?
Beeb, open up. Oh, he was in.
Promising, but they got nothing out of it. And whipped into the box.
Penref!
Well, the move breaks down. Could pose a threat on the counter.
Great tackle.
Clean challenge.
All right, slow down a little bit.
Reinildo. Well, we have 20 minutes left in this game. Such an ambitious run.
Well, I have to say, these fans are doing everything to drive their team forward here.
Enzo Lefebvre. Oh, great vision.
Oh! No! How? How, bro?
Young.
Yeah! Oh! How? Nah!
And the move breaks down.
Well, that was a bit unlucky, because you just get the feeling they need to...
How is that not got in?
Yes, in possession.
Genuinely, how is that not got in?
Opportunity developing here.
Either one of those.
Done in the end. Reinildo. Enzo Lefebvre.
Here we go.
Options available. And on the front foot, this is great theatre. In position.
Brian Brobby.
There is the goal.
We'll do the tap-in if needed.
Joy unconfined.
Well, as you can see, his movement is really good, which then makes the finish look easy. That's a decent goal, that's for sure.
So they restart the game, and time is running out.
Oi, big man, what's your name?
And Bellingham. Marcus Rashford. Can they level it up?
No!
Leading it up. This could level it. And all square now. And you have to ask the question, is there time for either...
Thiago Silva just turned it over.
Well, it's great awareness...
Thiago Silva just did a Chris Richards.
Composure with a finish. That's a clever goal.
So back underway, and this
Give
game
Lukaku a
has
goal.
roller coaster quality about it. Intercepting it intelligently.
Dude, I keep just turning the ball over.
That's a good ball. Well, plays with a positional sense that is second to none.
Great tackle.
Well, that
I'll
was
take
a
that all
great
day.
challenge.
I'll take that yellow all day.
Waiting to book in for that.
He's earned that with a clumsy challenge.
Ezzy. It's with Fabregas. A move of promise. Is it going to end with... Oh, superb reflexes!
Guys, we can't lose this one.
Forthcoming corner might just do it. Maybe the last chance to hit the front in the dying moment.
If we lose this, that means we need to evo our team. Because we're behind the power curve.
Reinildo. Well,
I hate my life.
misdirected.
That was a little bit sloppy there.
Oh, ball! Oh, ball!
Penalty.
No!
It's a huge moment
No!
But no further sanction.
Yeah, surprising decision not to book him there.
This to put them in front.
Thank you. Thank you.
Denies them from the spot. And short it is. And that is that. Full time here and a draw.
Well, didn't win, but we didn't lose. We need to improve a ton. All right, that's going to be it for today, though. If you guys did enjoy, do me a favor, smack the like button, subscribe if you're new.